Okay, perfect. Thanks. Okay, so let's do it. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll call this Court of Revision meeting to consider local improvements to order. This special council meeting is being convened in person or by electronic means, as authorized under Part 14 of the Procedure Bylaw, City of Vancouver's electronic meetings. As such, council members and the public may participate in person or by electronic means. This meeting is being called for the purpose of holding a court revision pertaining to local improvement projects. If a council member attending by electronic means lose the connection during the voting process, team members are available to get you back online quickly while the voting process is suspended. The team members' contact information has been circulated to you. Video of council members speaking, presentation, and vote results will be projected on the live stream when available. Council members are reminded that in accordance with Section 14.13 of the Procedure Bylaw, members must enable their video to confirm quorum. In case of an emergency where we need to evacuate the building, I would like to direct your attention to the access. There are two exits beyond the glass doors and to the left. If the glass doors are obstructed, please direct your attention to the four exits in this council chamber. Please use stairs, do not use elevator. If you require accessibility assistance, please remain at your location and wait for a security staff member to get you to a safe location. I would also like to highlight that there's a defibrillator located at the end of the hallway outside of this council chamber. We acknowledge that we are on the unceded territory of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nation. We thank them for having cared for this land and look forward to working with them in partnership as we continue to build this great city together. I also want to take a moment to recognize the immense contributions of City of Vancouver staff who work hard every day to help make our city an incredible place to live, work, and play. Clerk, may we have the roll call, please?
Mayor Sim have a leave of absence from 3 p.m. onwards for civic business. Councillor Kirby Young. Councillor Dominato is currently not here. Councillor Bly have a civic business all day for leave of absence. Councillor Fry. Councillor Montague.
Present.
Councillor Klassen. Councillor Meisner. Councillor Zhao is the acting mayor and the chair. Councillor Orr.
Present.
And Councillor Maloney. You have quorum, acting mayor Zhao.
Okay, thanks, David. Before we hear from the staff or speakers, if anyone believes they have a conflict of interest, now is the time to declare it. Does anyone have a conflict of interest to disclose? All right, seeing none, may we have a motion to resolve into court of revision? Moved by Councillor Kirby, second by Councillor Meisner. All those in favor say yeah. Opposed say nay. All right, the motion carries unanimously. All right, so we will now hear from the speakers on any errors in the special assessment rule for court number 642 regarding names of the property and business owners and frontage measurements and any variations of assessment because of parcels are unequally benefited or are of abnormal shape or situation. Do we have any speaker wishing to speak to council regarding the errors on the correctness of the special assessment rule?
Just maybe a quick check of staff here, Chair.
Thank you. All right, so we can. Okay, so now we can conclude the hearing from speakers.
So,
Ross?
Chair. Sorry, Chair.
Yeah.
So just confirm with staff with that. Just give me a sec.
Okay, sure.
So, Chair, there are no speakers registered.
Thank you. Okay, Ross McFarland, Capital Program Managers of Street Design Engineering Services, will be providing a presentation and is available to answer any questions. Please go ahead. Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, good afternoon, Council. My name is Ross McFarland. I'm the Streets Capital Program Manager with the Streets Design Branch in Engineering. And give me one moment and I will share a screen and pull up the slides. All right, perfect. So thank you again. We're here for quarter revision number 642 for local improvement petition projects. Just to start, just want to provide a quick background on the local improvement program. So it was established in the 1960s and has been responsible for the construction of many infrastructure improvements citywide, including paving of most laneways across the city over the course of several decades. The local improvement program facilitates construction of locally serving projects paid for by the adjacent property owners, which the city otherwise would not be able to prioritize with limited capital funding. Typical local improvement projects include lane paving, which both of the projects before you today are lane paving projects, lane lighting, and lane speed humps. These projects are proposed by residents. Staff then create a petition, send information letters, and correspond with the residents. The resident petitioner who comes forward, or the proponent for the project, then canvasses their block to collect signatures from those benefiting property owners to gauge their support. In order to advance to council, those local improvement petitions require at least 2/3 of property owners' signatures, and those signatures must represent at least 50% of the assessed property values of the benefiting properties for the local improvement. And overall, the local improvement process is governed by the Vancouver Charter and the Local Improvement Procedure Bylaw. In terms of process, just quickly, step one, as I mentioned, is the petition. Staff prepare materials, and then the resident goes through their neighborhood to petition. We usually allow them roughly 3 months to petition their neighbors and then return those successful signatures. Then in step two is just largely administrative processing, just confirming that those signatures are valid. Then coming to council, actually last week we were here in order for you all to approve the quarter revision being held today. Those are steps 3 and 4. Then if the projects are approved, they move forward to construction. Typically that occurs in the summer or fall following the approval of those projects. And then the final step is payment. So beginning in March, the year after the completion of construction, is when property owners would begin payment for those projects. So specifically with the two before you today, residents and staff have completed those first 2 steps. As I mentioned, on June 17th, council approved holding today's quarter revision, and residents were notified of today's meeting. And then step 4 is today's meeting to request council approve the 2 laneway projects, which I will now present. So first project is lane paving east of Angus Drive from West 29th Avenue to 4638 Angus Drive. Just quick note, the reason that this is a partial pave, it's not the full pave of the whole laneway, is because for those 4 properties that you see at the bottom of the image, that section of the laneway was previously paved due to the redevelopment of one of those adjacent homes, or I should say reconstruction of one of those adjacent homes led to the paving of that portion of the lane, so it's a partial lane pave. So for the section of the laneway that will be paved or would be paved under a local improvement project, there are 12 eligible property owners, and 75% of those signed supporting the project. So this project has met both the 2/3 threshold for signatures and the 50% threshold for property value. The overall estimated project cost for this laneway is $216,000, which works out to either an average one-time payment of $18,000 or $1,700 per year amortized over 15 years. And I guess that's also just a point to make, is that for local improvement projects, residents have the option of either paying one time in a lump sum upfront, or to then have that payment added to their property taxes and amortized over 15 years. And then the second project is lane paving again. Here it's south of West 34th Avenue from Crown Street to Wallace. This is a full lane paving project, and I will note that here GRI has been included. This was direction that we did receive from council in 2024 when we came with updates to the local improvement procedures bylaw. One of the directions was for future lane paving projects to assess the feasibility of inclusion of green rainwater infrastructure where possible. So for this laneway, our engineers assessed and will be including a rainwater infiltration trench. And apologies, just backing up, I should note for the other laneway, they found that due to utilities in the laneway, GI was not feasible on that other one. So for this project, 18 property owners were eligible, again, met that 2/3 threshold required for signatures and above the 50% property value threshold as well. This total project cost is $371,000, average one-time payment of $20,000, or $2,000 if amortized over 15 years. So in summary, both laneway paving projects have met the required owner signature threshold to proceed. Both projects were assessed for green rainwater infrastructure feasibility. One laneway will include GRI. And if council approves these two projects to proceed, staff will aim for summer or fall 2025 construction or early in the 2026 paving season if crew schedules can't accommodate this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ross. Council, do you have any question to staff? Councilor Klassen.
Yeah, it's just a simple question. I've been in the chamber now for two and a half years or so, and I can't recall a lane paving. And it's a subject that I know because the first time I ever spoke to council was about a lane paving back in the 90s. And so it's just got my attention here. And I was just wondering if we had, has it been a long time since we've had a quarter revision about this?
Yes, that's correct. It's been 5 years since we've had
Okay.
a local improvement project come to council.
Very interesting. Okay. Well, I'm quite persistent about my desire to see the green lane, country lane style coming back, and I know that staff are working on that, but it might be too late for this. But anyway, thanks for answering my question on that.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Maloney.
Yeah, just a quick one. So GRI is green rainwater infrastructure.
Correct.
And what does that mean in this context?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah.
Acting Mayor and Council, I'm Eric Mattal, Director of Streets and Engineering Services. For the lane that's including the green rainwater infrastructure, in this case, it's an infiltration trench. So rather than the drainage from the laneway being tied directly into the sewer system, it would collect in the infiltration trench below the asphalt and infiltrate into the native soils.
Sounds like a good idea. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So seeing no one else on the queue, we need a motion to certify the correctness of a special assessment role. Moved by Councilor Meissner, seconded by Councilor Klassen. All those in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. All right, the motion carries unanimously. We also need a motion to rise from the Court of Revision. A rise from the Court Revision. Okay, moved by Councilor Klassen, seconded by Councilor Meissner. All those in favor say yeah. Opposed say nay. All right, the motion carries unanimously. Okay, and we also need a motion to adopt the report of court revision. Moved by Councilor Kirby-Young, seconded by Councilor Meissner. All those in favor say yeah. Opposed say nay. All right, the motion carries unanimously. We have two projects for consideration this afternoon. The first one is lane east of Angus Drive from West 29th Avenue to 4638 Angus Drive. Second one is lane south of West 34th Avenue from Crown Street to Wallace Street. Do any of these projects have a registered speaker to oppose to the project?
Just checking here, Chair. With staff. So there are no registered speakers for both projects.
Okay, thank you. All right, as chair, I'm suggesting we approve the two local improvement project for Court of Revision, number 642. We need a motion to approve this project on consent. Moved by Councilor Klassen, second by Councilor Kirby-Young. All those in favor say yeah. Opposed say nay. The motion carries unanimously. Okay, so there's no registered speaker. Okay, so now, clerk, we are moving to number 13, right? Yeah, so we don't have speaker here. And do we still go this? Yeah, okay, thank you. All right, so we need a motion to approve the recommendations contained in the report dated May 16, 2025, before council this afternoon. Is there a mover? Moved by Councilor Kirby-Young, seconded by Councilor Meissner. All those in favor say yeah. Opposed say nay. All right, the motion carries unanimously. We now need a motion to adjourn. Moved by Councilor Kirby-Young, seconded by Councilor Klassen. All those in favor say yeah. Opposed say nay. All right, the motion carries unanimously. This meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everyone.